Lately, I've been thinking about what it would mean to have a life we're not trying to escape from. If you were well rested, felt financially secure, had a solid group of friends, and had a supportive romantic relationship, what would you want to do with your time? What would you want out of life then? Hello and welcome. My name is Aretha, and today I'd like to chat about how to determine what we really want out of life. I'm guessing most people have heard about Maslow's hierarchy of needs at least once. It's a psychological study about human motivation and behavior. It is typically represented as a pyramid with 5 categories of needs that humans strive to fulfill. So at the base of the pyramid, you have your very basic physiological needs like food and shelter. And as you move up the pyramid, the needs become more elevated. And at the very top, you have self-actualization, which is our need to achieve our full potential and live fulfilling lives. And basically, what the theory says is that you cannot access higher levels of motivation until your basic needs are met. And what this means in our everyday life is that we cannot pursue our higher calling when we're also in survival mode and our basic needs are still not met. When we are buried in the weeds of day-to-day survival, we're not really worried about our potential. We are basically trying to escape the immediate situation that we're in. So if you ask someone who is dissatisfied with their work life what they secretly want, they'll tell you that they would like to never work again. And I used to think that too. But then I would realize that not working would be fun for the first few weeks while I was getting caught up on sleep, on different projects, and caught up on watching TV series. But at some point, I would get bored and look for things to do. Because let's face it, staying at home alone when all your friends and everybody else is working kinda sucks. So maybe when I felt this need to escape, I didn't really want to stop working altogether. Maybe I wanted a different job, a job that felt more meaningful. Or maybe I just wanted to work fewer hours, or I wanted a different configuration for how work would fit within my life. Similarly, when I was a new mom a few years ago, if you had asked me what I secretly wanted, I probably would have said I wanted to escape from my life for a few days. I wanted to disappear somewhere and then just be by myself. The funny thing is that even back then, if someone else offered to take my daughter for a few days so I could rest, I would have freaked out. That's because back then, my daily rhythm made me feel so suffocated. But if I had a chance to catch my breath, I would never want to be away from my daughter for more than an hour. So when our ultimate fantasy is to escape from our current life and run away, I think that it's a reaction to being in survival mode. Maybe if we had the kind of life that we didn't want to escape from, our deepest desires would be to add to it. Maybe your deepest fantasy would be to do more, to explore more, to have more experiences, to make a different contribution, to leave a legacy, to build something that we can pass on to others. So when I ask myself what I want, and it's not something new to add to an already good life, if my immediate answer is that I want to escape or run away or shut down for a little bit, that tells me that my life as it currently is not fulfilling all my basic needs. So if this idea resonates with you, I will ask you the same questions that I've been asking myself. Are you meeting your basic needs? Do you have enough time to rest? Do you have enough time for yourself? Do you feel secure in your life? Do you feel supported in your friendships? Do you feel financially safe? Does your work feel meaningful to you? And if you answered no to any of these questions, what can you do to move things towards a yes? So we will always need breaks, but the goal is to create a life that we don't feel like we have to escape from just to breathe and to be ourselves. What if we work towards creating the kind of life that supports us and includes adequate time for rest and recharging and doesn't feel like something we need to run away from? So this is one of those videos where I have a lot of questions. I don't have the perfect answers for everyone, but I believe that asking ourselves the right questions will help us get on the right path. And the right path will be different for each one of us. I believe we all understand that in order to be happy, we need to do more than just survive. We need to find a way to truly live. And that means taking the time to figure out what we really want out of life. If we weren't trying to just minimize discomfort or provide our very basic needs, what would we want to do? What contribution would we want to make to the world? And so I'll leave you with some of my favorite questions to ask myself when I feel stuck. If you won the lottery tomorrow, what would you do? If time and money were no object, what would you do? If you didn't have to worry about meeting your basic needs, what would you accomplish? If you knew that you could not fail, what would you try? Let me know in the comments below one thing you can do to move towards building a life that you don't need to escape from. And as always, if you like this video, remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.